Welcome to EUPrivacyForAll, Session 71 on GDPR, Article 93, Implementing Acts. Article 93, instead of Article 87, sets the committee procedure. This article sets that the committee procedure is based on the Commission being assisted by a committee and exercising its powers within the meaning of Regulation number 182/2011. The GDPR entails the adoption of implementing acts regarding specific provisions. The Commission will adopt such implementing acts in the frame of Regulation 182/2011, and notably of Article 5 on the examination procedure, specifying that a qualified majority means at least 55% of the members of the Council, comprising at least 15 of them, and representing member states, comprising at least 65% of the population of the Union. Where the committee delivers a positive opinion, the Commission shall adopt the draft implementing act. If the committee delivers a negative opinion, on the contrary, the Commission shall not adopt the draft implementing act, and the chair may either submit an amended version of the draft implementing act to the same committee within 2 months, or submit the draft implementing act within 1 month of such delivery to the appeal committee. Where no opinion is delivered, the Commission may adopt the draft implementing act. The Commission shall not adopt the draft implementing act where, for instance, a simple majority of the component members of the committee opposes it. In Recital 146, it is announced that processing that infringes the GDPR also includes processing that infringes delegated and implementing acts adopted in accordance with this regulation and member state law specifying rules of this regulation. Recital 167 also specifies that implementing powers should be exercised in accordance with Regulation 182/2011. Recital 168 sets that the examination procedure should be used for the adoption of implementing acts on various topics within the GDPR. Recital 169 sets forth that the Commission should adopt immediately applicable implementing acts where available evidence reveals that a third country, a territory, or a specified sector does not ensure an adequate level of protection. Article 28(7) lays down that the Commission may lay down standard contractual clauses for the contracts between processors and controllers, in accordance with the examination procedure. Additionally, Article 49 states that the Commission may, by way of implementing acts, decide that the approved code of conduct and amendments or extensions to existing approved codes of conduct will be framed by implementing act adopted in accordance with the examination procedure set in Article 93(2). Implementing acts and Article 93(2) are referred to in several provisions within the GDPR, such as the one on certification mechanisms, the adequacy decision, and also the fact that an organization or a country would no longer ensure an adequate level of protection, and additionally, appropriate safeguards for transfer. Finally, lots of provision remind us that implementing acts will be useful in the frame of exchange of information between supervisory authorities and by the board. The Directive 95/46 lays, in Article 31 on the committee, the procedure to be followed. What should accountable data controllers and processors get prepared for? They should know that EU Commission implementing acts adopted on the basis of Article 93 of the GDPR are fully part of the regulation and shall be complied with. The topics to be framed by those implementing acts are standard contractual clauses, codes of conduct, certification, adequacy decisions, standard data protection clauses, formats and procedures for exchange of information, in the frame notably of the binding corporate rules, and mutual assistance between supervisory authorities, as well as exchange of information between those authorities and the board. As set in Regulation 182/2011 of 16 February 2011 on Commission's exercise of implementing powers, a qualified majority should adopt implementing acts, that is to say, 55% of the members of the Council, comprising at least 15 of them, representing at least 65% of EU population. The question triggered now is, will the Commission's set of implementing acts be endorsed and adopted?